Walter Ray was working off of 5 consecutive strikes. That's how he concluded match number 1. And he leaves the 10-pin. That's the 3rd time he's done that today.
Did you miss something in the second strike on the 10th?
I don't have to say it every time, do I? That's why we have our fans out here to hold the signs. But I promise you, Randy, I will up my ham bone game.
Rob, you were ham boneless in match number 1, just so you know.
Here's Tommy Jones, native of Simpsonville, South Carolina, 11 tour titles, including 1 this year. He won back on January 6th, the ConstructionJobs.com Championships out in Reno, Nevada.
It's the only time to walk in slow motion.
And that 10 escapes.
Stubborn 10
a nasty knockdown.
With his win earlier this season in Reno, Tommy Jones became just the 2nd player to have won on all 5 of the named patterns, joining Mika Koivuniemi. It just shows you how well-rounded his game is.
Pain hits fast, so get relief fast. Only Tylenol rapid relief fast with easy
Jones actually won his 4th career title here at this venue in the 04-05 season. Last time we saw him on television, didn't go so well for him. El Paso, Texas. Worst game of his 39-game TV career. He lost 241 to 158 to Chris Barnes. It was one of those mama told me there'd be days like these days. Snaps in for a strike.
That hit the pitch really hard.
I hear you found someone special. Yeah, he's a keeper. Is that dog food in the fridge? It's not dog food. It's fresh pet.
Walter Ray off a 9 spare here in the 2nd. There's a strike from the Hall of Famer as we take a look at our Motel 6 matchup. The number 3 versus the number 4 seeds. Jones taking on Walter Ray Williams Jr. And Walter Ray very much in the thick of the Player of the Year race, sitting 2nd right now. Comes in 3rd today, and will tie Chris Barnes.
I think we ought to give congrats to Tommy Jones, who went over $1 million in career earnings this week.
Back-to-back jacks for Walter Ray. He was asking for the carry, and he got a little bit. And now Jones, as you mentioned, this week became the PBA's 39th millionaire. We asked him about it, how memorable it was. He said, I didn't know that had happened. Punches down another 10 pins.
Tommy Jones flirting with the outside part of the lane. That big high backswing creates a lot of ball speed. And look at that angle of attack. When we talked to Tommy last night, I said, Tommy, how'd you play the lanes this week? He said, well, I threw it really hard. He said, Randy, this is the most hook I've ever seen on tour. Keep in mind, Tommy's only been on tour since 2000. We're back in my day. Walter Ray backed me up on this. He said, if Tommy thinks this was a lot of hook, he should have pulled back in the 80s.
2 different bowling generations meeting here in Long Island. Make it 3 in a row for Jones. He is punishing those pins.
Tommy Jones back in Tulsa, 05-06 season on this very cheetah pattern, almost bowled 300. Throws a lot of strikes on this pattern, likes this pattern. Right now, he's trying to take down the greatest ever.
Walter Ray leaves the 10. He's had problems with that 10 today. He did no bowling in the week off on the tour. His response to that, I've been bowling well. If that ruins your game, you're in trouble. So the biggest problem, and this is the first I'd heard, that would be the size of his thumb. due to the swelling that occurs when you're constantly rolling the rock. Take a break from it, the swelling goes down. What was your response to the swelling of the thumb? You could never take time off, right?
Yeah, I mean, when I was a full-time player, I had to bowl 6 days a week. If I took 2 weeks off, it was like I'd come back to the lanes. It was like I never bowled before.
Third strike of the match for Walter Ray. That coming off a spare.
Give you some numbers here from Ebonite Digitrax. Tommy Jones is some 8 boards left at the arrows, but his break point is actually further right than Walter Ray's. Both players throwing it pretty fast, right around 20 miles an hour.
But recovery won't be easy. Millions in the declared
Taking off my jacket. Tommy Jones has an opportunity for a four-bagger. There's another term for it. Show me those signs, Strong Island. You see the Easter Bunny loves ham bone? Oh, we have some anti-ham bone fans in the house.
Good stuff, my friend. Good stuff. The 01-02 Rookie of the Year looking for a 5-bagger.
It's important for people to know that.
Jones cooking with fire, looking to become the only bowler to have won at least 2 titles in each of the last 4 seasons. He's up in match number 2.
96% of businesses in Asheville.
PBA.com is your best source for all the latest PBA news, including information about PBA Experience Bowling Leagues. Those leagues are a joint venture between the PBA and the United States Bowling Congress that gives league bowlers the chance to bowl on the same oil patterns the pros compete on each week. Leagues are always forming, so head to PBA.com today and click on the PBA Experience link to find a league in your area. You are experiencing 5 strikes in a row from Tommy Jones right now. He has a 31-pin lead. Up now, Walter Ray Williams Jr. to roll in the 6th. He is working off the strike and really needs to get another one right now.
Hit hard by the floodwaters.
Once we were able to get inside,
It's a Hall of Fame shot.
One more, he cuts it to 11. Right now, I think Walter Ray is thinking that, you know, I better keep striking because Tommy Jones is on fire. Digitrax from Ebonite, this tells you where the players are playing at the arrows, their break point, which is about the 35 to 38 foot point down the lane. You can see how much more angle Tommy Jones is creating. Walter Ray much, much straighter. And that's just the difference in power.
The River Arts District is home to Asheville's creative hub.
A win today for the 7th time in his career. Walter Ray will have won at least 3 titles in the season.
In the aftermath, the artists coming together, sharing food and
Walter Ray fighting his way back into this. Tommy Jones has already dropped Walter Ray twice this week in match play. Lead at 11 now for Jones, looking for 6 in a row. Crack open that 6-pack. Man, Jones is on.
Where do you get these? And you never share. You never give any to me. That was good. I like that. All this power and speed, when this ball hits the 1-3 pocket, it almost looks like the pins don't have a chance to stand up. And that's how hard that ball's hitting. The only blemish on his scorecard, the ringing 10 in the first ring.
3-1 on television this season. 31-8 on television for his career. Just under 80% is his winning percentage.
That's a lot of nine.
Ends at 6.
That could have been 0
Yeah.
real easy. That one's on the edge, a little firm, misses it a little bit with his hand. You see that's out to about the 1.5 board. Tommy Jones feels real fortunate that he got 9 on that shot.
Spin, yeah.
Blows down the 2-pin. So a bit of an opening now for Walter Ray, down 20.
Breathing room.
So this beer is on draft only.
Both players strike out and go to the wall. They both shoot
.269.
269.
North Carolina Hospitality Workers Relief. Oh my goodness.
What?
Good stuff with the 2-pin.
Thank you so much for what you're doing.
He just summed up the sport of bowling in about 2 sentences right there. He's right, you know, Tommy Jones got a nice break when leaving the 2-pin, but on the other hand, that ball was high.
It's all about brevity.
Yeah, what you said.
Will Reeves is at Yankee Stadium this morning. Hey, Will.
So Walter Ray Williams Jr. First to $2 million in career earnings. First to $3 million in career earnings. Could hit $4 million today.
Oh.
That is not going to happen. Tommy Jones, the 39th millionaire this week, the 4th bowler to do it this season alone. But look at the numbers for Williams, Weber, who's our number 1 seed. There's Parkerbone the 3rd, Norm 2. And these don't even talk about endorsement dollars. That's the flat earnings on the Denny's PBA Tour.
The struggle is real. That's why you need Zevo Traps. Zevo attracts and traps bugs 24/7.
Walter Ray had some good momentum.
With no odor and
Spares now in the 8th and the 9th.
Zevo, people friendly, bug deadly.
Who wins in the Toyota
Jones on the 9th. Off a spare.
96% of floors per year.
Didn't suck.
Tommy Jones is feeling it down. He knows that he's just a couple of strikes away from putting Walter Ray to bed. Right now, the best Walter Ray can shoot is 237. Tommy Jones is in the 240s. All he needs is a mark in the in the 10th frame to shut out Walter Ray.
With maximum OTC strength lidocaine that contours to the body to relieve pain right where it hurts. And did we mention it really sticks?
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Jones, the 3 seed, will move on. And at this point, we're just trying to get away with the lanes here, Randy.
We just want to make sure that he stays dialed in for his next match. And I got to tell you, in a 5-man step ladder format, I've always liked the number 3 hole. That's where Tommy qualified. If you couldn't be the number 1 qualifier, I like the 3 hole. You get a game under your belt, you take the guy that's coming in fresh, Tommy DeLuce Jr., you've got a great idea of what the lanes are doing. You get through him, and now you bowl 1 more game for the title. It's all about momentum.
That, he finishes with the ham bone. An anticlimactic ham bone, but 1 nonetheless.
269, pretty strong.
Man, 10 strikes.
Great break in the 8th frame, took advantage of it, struck out and put Walter Ray away. Walter Ray inching ever so close to that $4 million mark, and I'll tell you what, if I was a betting man, and I'm not, I bet he goes over $4 million next week at the U.S. Open.
Takes care of the 7 spare.
Better off if I didn't have to use that ball, though.
Get a free ham or turkey when you spend a qualifying amount between now and April 19th. Only at ShopRite. ShopRite. We are here.
So Walter Ray will finish in 4th place today. He now has 62 points on